Good morning, Flosstube. It is Donna, Doodlebug Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. Today is Wednesday, October 17th, and this is Flosstube number 15. That's 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's a shout out to you, Stephanie, cause math. Anyway, welcome to my channel. As I said, I'm Donna Doodlebug Stitcher. I am Doodlebug Stitcher on Instagram, and I'm Donna Newman on Facebook. Please come and follow me and friend me, and I'd love to chat with you. I am a little under the weather. I apologize. I'm very congested, and I had to redo this video because I was, my nose was running like a sieve. And I apologize for the lighting. Very poor lighting here today, and I can't have the front door open because if you hear loud noises, you'll understand. There's a lot of utility construction in my development very close to my house because they're replacing water lines, water mains, and they've run into a problem today. They've been on this stretch of road all week. Lots of diggers, and they vibrate the ground and it shakes the house, and the squeaking is Poppy, so you know, it's chaos. It's the crazy train. So welcome to my crazy train. Thank you. So I apologize for the glare. I think I'm gonna have to ditch the glasses again because with the blind open, so I have a little light, it's giving me a glare on my glasses. So thankfully I can still see. It's just I can't see really close up. So if you hear loud noises or weird noises, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. This is how we roll with this house. So lots has been going on. Last week on Saturday, we had our monthly guild meeting. I have recently joined the Delaware Valley Historical Sampler Guild here, and we have members from Maryland and from Pennsylvania and from New Jersey and from Delaware, and we meet once a month at a local retirement community. In fact, I used to work there when I was in high school, so I kind of, it feels like going home every month. But we had guild meeting, and they did a presentation on, I can't remember, it was collectible wood boxes. It's really pretty, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life. Anyway, so I had that on Saturday, and then came home and I stitched, and I will show you that because it was my spin the wheel Saturday, which I almost forgot about last week, and spun the wheel and did the project, and I got to the point where it was almost finished, so I just finished it. So I have a finish to show you. And other than that, I've just been trying to rest because this sickness is just wreaking havoc on me. Poppy, stop. Stop it. She's doing circles in her cage, trying to take the blanket. Just lay down. Sorry. So let's just get right into it. So I have 2 FFOs to show you because I took them to guild. So last Friday I was busy with the fabric and the glue gun and finishing. So the first one was the finish I showed you last week, which was Hey There Pumpkin by Hands On Design. So I finished that. This is a clipboard frame that I found. I think I got it at Michael's or AC Moore. I think it was Michael's. And see, it has a little clip there. And then I finished, you know, hot glue, you know. My finish inspiration is Priscilla Blaine. Thank you, Priscilla. You must be under a rock if you don't know who Priscilla is. So I have that, and that is sitting on one of my end tables right now. And then my other piece, which is really big, oh, it's just sliding all over the place here. This is finished with magnets. So I'm trying to, there we go. So I'll try to hold it back so you can see it. And it's a pumpkin. It's a wooden pumpkin. I paid $10 for it at a local craft co-op, and it wants to not sit correctly. There we go. Oh, geez. There we go. So I mounted that again with glue a la Priscilla. And then I put another piece of mounting board and covered it with this pretty, I'll show you that. I found this fabric up in Lancaster, and it was orange, little homespun check, and I was just like, that's perfect for my finish. So that is it. And so this will be out probably through, I'll probably take it down after November. It doesn't want to sit. I might have to fix it. Something's going on with the magnet, and it doesn't quite want to sit properly. I think I need more than one I only have one magnet on there, and I think that's the problem, is that there's only one magnet, so it doesn't want to sit. And then Spin the Wheel Saturday happened. Y'all know, if you watched last week, at the end, I spun and got Flag 1998 from Bent Creek, which was a mania start. And I started stitching on it. I stitched on it during Guild, and it really was going fast, and I was just like, I'm gonna finish it. So I finished it, and as you can see, the date, I changed the date to this year. So basically I aged it 20 years because it was 1998. This is 2018, so that's 20 years, I think, because math. And I really like it. The floss was changes that I made to the flosses. I did use weeks in this. You guys know, not the biggest cheerleader for weeks. But I did end up using weeks on this because I had started it with weeks. And what I did is, I had already picked those colors to do. So what I ended up doing is I used weeks, but instead of using 2 threads, I used 3. So I did 3 strands of weeks and 2 strands of DMC and Gentle Arts. So Gentle Arts, I used this blue, which is it was a limited edition. I don't know what year it came out. It was called Presidential Blue, which I thought was kind of cool. President flag, there you go. And then the red was Buckeye Scarlet, because I wanted that red to be a little bit more cherry red than orangey red. And then I used oatmeal for the stripes. I really like the gradient that makes the flag look antique. And then I used DMC 3021, 640, and I think 829. Go to my Instagram. It's and find the picture. It was from either yesterday or the day before, and it's got the flosses on there. And then in weeks I used Schneckley and charcoal. That was it. So very happy with this. Not quite sure yet how I'm going to finish it, but at least that will be a finish to put out for next summer, because that'll go up in like June. So those are finishes. I've also started working on the Stitch. If you don't know what Stitcholong is, it's I didn't know about it either. They do these incremental patterns. So they once a month they come out with a portion of the pattern. It's like a stitch along, and this is the 6th year. And my friend Lisa, Blue Hen Stitcher. Hey Lisa! Lisa! She always likes it when I call her out in the video. So hey Lisa! She and I sat next to each other at Guild, and she had her flosses, and then I looked at her her Instagram and I noticed that she was stitching this. So I didn't know anything about it. So I did what any good stitcher would do. I went searching and found the group. The pattern, the first pattern came out on Saturday. So I downloaded it and I then had to figure out flosses and fabric. So the Stitcholong, they recommend Aida, but I don't stitch on Aida, so I found an even weave that I liked. And this was a piece that I had gotten in a D-stash. This is from Ship's Manor, and the color is called June Prim, and it's really pretty. It's reading more pink on camera, but it's more of like a peachy toned. And then I picked 4 random skeins of DMC, a purple, this kind of grayish color, and then I picked a darker like salmon orange and a green. It's a real pretty color scheme. Again, on Instagram I showed the picture of it. And so this is weeks 1. We don't know what it's going to be, but the gist of the group and the stitch along, it ends up being very snarky and kind of rude. If you're interested in finding out more, Google STEOCH, STEOCH, and there's a group and you can kind of go in and see what the previous years have looked like. They're very snarky and very rude. I stitched it in the car rider line and I was afraid that the PTA police were going to come and arrest, or kick me out, take my membership card away because it's very not child appropriate. So I try to stitch on this. This will probably get finished and put in my in the computer room probably until she's older enough to understand. She just won't be told what it means. So that I finished yesterday, and then I've also been working on my card project, hands-on design, knee-high, and you can't see it yet. It'll look better later because I finished doing all the green of the sign, and now I have to go in and fill in the letters. So you can kind of see the outline of where the letters go. Knee-high by the 4th of July. So I have that, and then I'll start working on the barn and the sun. My daughter wanted to know why I haven't done the red yet, and I said the red will be last because I find that red, and I found that especially on my flag, when you stitch the red and then you stitch the lighter colors, the red tends to transfer to the back side. Like you can see it on the back of my flag where the red dye kind of transferred into the white. So I learned my lesson there, so I will be doing the red last on that piece. And then I haven't touched these two in a couple weeks, so these are on my radar for this week. Peace on Earth, from Cottage Garden Samplings. I need to get back to work on this. I have started with that white snowflake border down at the bottom, so I need to continue on that. And then I also have not touched, I'm a bad stitch along person, but I have not touched 'Tis the Season in at least 2 weeks. So I'm still got that darn bird. That dang cardinal is still being worked on. So those have to be on my radar this week. I also need to, in the guild in December, we have our Christmas get together and we do a a smalls exchange. So they were like, oh, don't feel that you have to like do it or anything, but I want to do it. So I need to go through my my charts and see what I can come up with, because one of the things that we do is it's customary to stitch the year and the guild's initials on it. So I need to figure that out. So I'll be looking at charts and things this weekend. Very small haul. I don't know if I showed this in a previous video. If I did, please forgive me for the repeat. But I saw this in Deb's video. Some of this stuff is items I saw in other Flosstubers videos. Deb from Country Stitchers, and she had said that she was going to stitch this, and I really, really liked it. Had a hard time finding it, and it's Fall's Gifts from Carriage House Samplings. It calls for either silks or DMC, and I'm not going to use the needlepoint silks. I might do some in DMC, but for like the bigger pumpkins, I think I'm going to do over dyed so that I can get that. So this pumpkin here, yeah, for the pumpkins, I think I'm going to do over dyed. And then for the smaller bits, I'm going to use DMC. Anyway, I also watched I watched Jan Hicks's video when she went to Keepsakes and saw Pam and Steph. One of the charts that she had, that she found, I went searching all over for it, could not find it. I ended up posting on one of the In Search Of boards, and someone said they had it and sold it to me for like $7. So this is by Cedar Hill, and this is Christmas Bouquet. I apologize for the glare. Here, let me take it out of the Let me just take it out of the plastic, and then there won't be glare, right? That would be the smart thing, Donna. So I'm really, really excited to stitch it. It's really pretty. I just love that. I don't know why this spoke to me. It was just, you know. Anyway, so I found it. Thank you to all the people who helped me find it. So thank you. I also got 2 pieces of fabric. This one was a Dixie Sampler fabric. I don't know who I got it from. It was on the D-Stash board. It's called Italian Lace. It's a 28 count, which I don't normally stitch 28 count, but I thought I could use it for, you know, something smaller. Maybe my Christmas small, who knows? So, it's hard to see. It's just a real pretty neutral. It's got a little bit of modeling to it, or not really, but a tiny bit. And then Oksana, and I don't pronounce Russian very well, but Oksana on the stash, no, what is it? Okay. Let's see, Donna, if you can function today. Let me get my Facebook up, and I can tell you who it was. Stash Unloading. Brain fart, sorry. So on Stash Unloading, she posts these hand-dyed fabrics that she does. And I got this piece, which I think was called Halloween. Is that not gorgeous? Look at all that. So, I just love this. This is 40 count. So I'm really excited to have that. And then the last piece that I got, I've seen other Flosstubers talk about these charts, and I had never seen them before. And this is a kit from Amy Brucken Designs, and it came with the beads, and it came with all the embellishments. So it's got the beads and the buttons, and this is called Stack of Bees. It's the summer sampler, and I really like this. And I think that I want to say Steph, but from Just Keep Stitching. It might be someone else, but I know that there's 3 other ones, one for each season. So I need to see how easily it is to find these. I just think, I love it. And she's in Ohio. I don't know if she's still in, anyway, I love that. So I'm really excited to get that. And I think it looks like it's a combo of Classic Colorworks, Weeks, Gentle Arts, and one DMC. So I have to decide what I want to do on that. Very pretty. So that's all the haul that I had. I do need to spin the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel because it's Spin the Wheel Saturday this Saturday. And so on the agenda this week is to work some more on those Christmas SALs. I need to find a chart or a pattern for the Holiday Smalls Exchange. I need to kit up some more projects, and I need to work on whatever gets spun today. All right, so this is where we are. Get them done. I'm going to spin the wheel. Although I forgot to take out flags, so if I get flagged again, I get to respin. Itty Bitty Glory and Americana. Not my my best choice. These are over 1. These are 1 over 1. So really don't want to do 1 over 1, only because I'm sick. I'm going to respin. I'm going to make the executive decision and respin because I just can't while I'm sick. Over 2 I can do, not over 1. Not while I'm sick. Summer Row. This will be great. This is another Bent Creek. So Summer Row by Bent Creek. We are going to do that, and I'm gonna copy that. No. So Summer Row by Bent Creek, work on that on Saturday. Other stuff this week. I will hopefully get over this sickness sooner than later. I'm going to drink. I wish it was tea, but it's coffee because I'm like half asleep right now on my Ray Dunn. Get it, Ray Dunn. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my nonsense today. Thankfully, the phone didn't ring and there was no loud noises outside. I'm gonna now deal with Poppy because apparently she wants to come and see what all the goings on are. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like it below. Please click that little thumbs up button and leave me comments. I will see you all next week, hopefully better with some more finishes and more stitching. Until then, have a great week and enjoy your stitching. Have a stitchy day. Take care. Bye-bye.